The Ancient Olympics by Hayden Silman and Casey Howard. The Olympic Rings. The Olympic rings were adopted by Baron Pierre de Coubertin in 1913 after he saw a similar design from ancient Greece. Did you know that the five major Olympic rings are the five major regions of the world? They are Africa, Asia, the Americas, Europe, and Oceania. Sports. There are many sports involved in the Olympics, including boxing, equestrian events including chariot racing and riding, pancration, pentathlon, discus, javelin, running, and wrestling. Javelin. In 387 BC, the Gauls invaded Italy, inflicting a crushing defeat on the Roman Republic army and sacked Rome. The Hostile stood in the first line, the Principes in the second line, and the Terrarii in the third. While the Terrarii were armed with the Hostile and the Principes were rearmed with short swords and heavy javelins. Each soldier from the Hostile and Principes line carried 2 javelins. The javelins usually weighed about 2 and 4 kilograms, with versions including lighter ones. Prehistorical evidence suggests that some versions of the weapon were weighted with a lead ball at the base of the shank in order to increase penetrative power, but no archaeological specimens have been found. Recent experiments have shown pila to have a range of about 30 meters, although the effective range is about 15 to 20 meters. Chariot racing. It is unknown exactly when chariot racing began, but it may have been as old as chariots themselves. It is known from artistic evidence on pottery that the sport existed in the Mycenaean world, but the first literary reference to the chariot race is one described by Homer at the Funeral Games at Partoclus. The participants in the race were Diomedes, Emilus, Antigonus, Milas, and Marones. The race, which was a 1 lap around the stump of a tree, was won by Diomedes, who received a slave woman and a cauldron as his prize. A chariot race was also said to be an event that founded the Olympic Games. According to one legend, mentioned by Pindar, King Omenes challenged his daughter Hyperia's suitors to a race, but was defeated by Pelopidas, who founded the games in honor of his victory. Pancration. All in wrestling. A combination of boxing and wrestling. The only illegal moves are biting and eye gouging. Kicking like today was perfectly legal. Punches were legal, although they didn't wear leather gloves like in boxing. After one of them had been knocked out, the other kept beating him until he was stopped. Attendance. The only people allowed in the Olympic Games were men, boys, and unmarried women who could only compete if they were Spartans. Otherwise, they couldn't. What is cheating in the Olympic Games? Cheating is represented as bribery in the Olympic Games, or some athletes use oil and other illegal substances. Punishment. The punishment for cheating is a statue, but not just any statue, a statue of Zeus with your name on it that you had to pay for. When did the Olympic Games start? They started in 776 BC. They ended in 393 AD after being abolished by a Roman emperor. Then started back up again in 1896. Why did they start? They started in honor of Zeus. They were held every 4 years in Olympia, a valley near the city of Elis. Fun facts. The famous wrestler Milo of Corton, the strongest man in the world, could bend nails in between 2 fingers and carry a bull on his shoulders. Messengers wearing cloaks and holding wands would go around the Greek world and advertise the Olympics. The champions were heroes and brought fame to their village. The Olympiads often trained to the sound of flutes. Wars were called off in Greece during the Olympics. As many as 70,000 people from around Greece went to the Olympic Games. The first marathon. The reason it is called a marathon is because there was a big battle called the Battle of Marathon, where the Persians and the Athenians faced off. And soon the Athenians defeated the Persians. After they had won, they wanted to send a messenger to the Athens to tell them they had won the battle. While the messenger had ran for 3 hours in heavy battle armor, he rose to the challenge and ran for 3 hours. When he got there, he got rid of the message and shortly died of exhaustion. Thank you for watching.
Hi, I'm Hayden Silman, and if you have just watched the previous PowerPoint, I was the one voicing it. My partner, Casey, could not make it to recording. He just had way too much going on, and yeah. So I just came here to apologize. I'm sorry that I couldn't get both of us in there, and he did help me. He researched the PowerPoint. He researched a lot of the PowerPoint, and I just built it, and I voiced it, and I'm giving you the video. Kind of sounds like I took over there, but I didn't. I mean, he did his fair share. So I just wanted to tell you that I could not get him to video with me, and that's why. So yeah, thank you for watching. This has been a Silman production. See ya.